County fairs are the place to be if you want to play games, flirt with death, and top off your night with a Kool-Aid pickle. It's a magical place with something for everyone. I've only been a handful of times, with the majority of those times being in my adulthood. Even with no real nostalgia for the county fair, something about it feels magical. Today, I want to go over the insanity that is the county fair, what makes them so special, and the deeper beauty that can be found in something as silly as the county fair. So grab your fried dingling and let's start with an overview of the county fair. County fairs are not a new concept. Throughout all of history, we've been throwing fairs and festivals to celebrate pretty much anything. However, the first one of these in America that resembled the modern day county fair happened in 1811. Elkanah Watson. Okay, hold on. I gotta stop right there because what is this? We took the name of an animal and we threw in a bunch of letters after that. Why are we not doing that anymore? Elkanah Watson was known as the father of U.S. agricultural fairs and threw what was called a cattle show in 1811. And I quote, "It was not a market and was more than just an exhibit of animals. It was a competition with prize money of $70 paid for the best exhibits of oxen, cattle, swine, and sheep." He would then spend the next few years helping out counties all over New England start their own county fair. This guy was the GOAT. Pun intended. Why not, Why not intend the pun? It didn't take long before every state had their own fair. I mean, humans just like gathering around and looking at the best of something. It must be in our blood. Although county fairs are very different today, they've maintained that grassroots feel even 200 years later. What started as an in-person tier list of the best local crops and animals has now turned into something much more. But in my experience, those agricultural roots are still a big part of county fairs today. However, I want to dig into that much more part of that sentence. Let's talk about modern county fairs. The county fair has something for everyone. If you don't like anything at the county fair, I don't trust you. I'm covering my drink around you. One of the biggest things at the fair is the food. If you're one of those people that goes to the fair to eat like the nastiest thing, like bull testicles in fermented Oreo mayonnaise, grow up. We all know you're not enjoying it. You're dying for attention. Do what the rest of us 6 out of 10 guys do and get kind of okay at being funny. The pain of a failed joke is not nearly as painful as whatever an amalgamation of twisted human creativity and unwanted animal parts in fried form will do to you. I'll still defend fair food though. I will obliterate esquites, that is corn in a cup for you white boys, like a rooster bulking for a cockfight. This is only semi-related, but I'm tired of being given white spicy when I ask for my food to be spicy at a Mexican or Indian restaurant. How do I get them to give me actually spicy food? Should I come in with an accent? Fair food is good. I love disgusting fried normal foods like tater tots and curly fries. I know I'm playing a less risky, more embarrassing version of Russian roulette, but I don't know, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. Speaking of games, that is another big part of these wallet-draining events. Yes, fair games are a total ripoff, but I would rather try to lift up a Coke bottle with a ring on a string than scroll on my phone and look at the atrocities of the world like this. This isn't fun. If you're not great with hand-eye coordination, you could always play one of those new age, everyone's a winner, Snowflake County Fair games and walk away with a bundle of Chinese fabric that's supposed to be Pikachu for your date. And while you're walking around the fair with said date, it's kind of hard to ignore the constant screams of near death coming from all the rides all around you. County fair rides are unsafe at best, but they look cool. I wouldn't go on them anymore, but, I'm glad they're there for me to look at. I don't have much to say about this part. While fair food might be unhealthy, it's no match for what sitting too long can do to you. Like a lot of people in the modern world, I spend a lot of time at my desk. Whether it's to work, game, or make this, it doesn't change the fact that all this sitting around is not good for me. That's why I recommend switching from your evil regular desk that will betray you in the third arc of your life with a standing desk by FlexiSpot. If you've been on the fence about this, I genuinely recommend you stick around and just hear me out. Switching to a standing desk helped me get through the whole workday without that soreness you feel after a grueling multi-hour session of Minecraft. And being able to change the height means that my desk can also adapt to my hobbies. The build quality of the E7 Pro is genuinely incredible. It feels great and the motor is so smooth and quiet. FlexiSpot's E7 Pro desk's features are 25-inch to 50.6-inch height adjustment range to accommodate all sizes of short to tall kings, dual motor 3-stage semi-C leg structure, 15-year warranty and 30 days risk-free return service, and 440-pound static capacity stability. I mean, here's my big back chilling on it. Head over to flexispot.com or click the product link in the description below to experience all the benefits benefits of a premium standing desk. Let them know I sent you by filling out Chon Digital as your referral, and use my code YTE7P50 to save an extra $50 and get your own E7 Pro standing desk. Thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Now, I'm sure local businesses have always been a part of county fairs, but it is so jarring to see a bunch of luxury hot dogs right after you just pet an oversized hog. That's not an innuendo. Brother, I can barely afford the food here. I don't know why you're trying to sell me $2,000 patio furniture for a home that I do not have. And there's always a T-Mobile there. Like, god damn it. None of my texts are sending through Sprint. Bro, let me get a SIM card and a contract that's worse than a K-pop slave deal. I just like looking at cool shit that's unattainable, and the county fair does a great job of that. They always have these crazy exhibits of art in mediums you never even thought of. I've not set a table since I worked at the Cheesecake Factory for like 2 days, but I'll check out the table setting section. It's usually pretty cool. The county fair I went to this year had a whole exhibit of like VHS throwback with a recreated blockbuster interior. That's exactly what I want to see. No joke. I grew up watching 30-year-old dudes on YouTube turn their houses into shit like this, and I want it so bad. I want to be one of those dorks so bad. All these unrelated components feel so random, but when you put them together, they make something so special. Let's get into that part of the video. Okay. First of all, the county fair vibes get my red rose. I don't know how that works on The Bachelor, but yeah, I'm trying to fuck these vibes. County fairs are so colorful and bright. Everything has lights on it, and god damn it, do humans love lights. We will wait around for hours to see lights shimmer in the sky for 5 measly minutes. When I'm at the fair and I see the sun start setting, yeah, I'm popping a full chub. The neon's getting brighter as the sun goes through tear-jerking hues of deep orange and purple while you're walking around eating a corn dog being hugged by the warmth of summer. Like, how does that not make you want to go to the fair? There's something deeply wrong with you if you're not sold or hard as hell. You can hear a sentence like that, you can experience something like that and not like the fair still. What is wrong with people? Speaking of which, these things only happen during the summer. And look, I don't love the summer. I hate the heat. But the lack of sunlight during winter makes me want to jump and never wake up again. I don't think I can say any of that on YouTube, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It was brutal. It was heartbreaking. It was brutal. I don't care if I'm not in school anymore. I still remember that freeing feeling of summer. No more homework, no more alarms, no more getting bullied for liking Pokemon during that stretch of time where it was painfully uncool, yet I was at the optimal Pokemon age. Even if I'm not experiencing this awesome thing, I have something called basic empathy, and I can feel for these kids that are like, fuck yeah, no more school. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm one of those empaths. I'm just a normal human that when someone's happy, I'm happy. Someone's sad, I get sad. Is that... we're labeling that now? Basic human instincts. The second reason why the county fair is so special is the scrappiness of it all. It's not a pristine corporate landscape of perfection where even the most beautiful flower develops body issues. It's a scrappy, homemade amusement park thrown onto a parking lot near your house. I do love the immersiveness of Disney. I think that is one of the coolest things about the park, but that also comes with the pressure for the day to be perfect. At the fair, it's like, damn, I just shit my pants because I hogged 3 corn dogs before riding this torture device from the 80s, but whatever, dude. I live like 20 minutes from here. I'm gonna make the most of it. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day with my poopy pants. Speaking of being 20 minutes from home, the fair is also a local event. The vendors are mostly local folks making a living. There's no Panda Express or Chick-fil-A. It's Empanada Emperor and Bill's Bull Testes. You're enjoying discount Disney among your neighbors. You're eating fried cat ears among your neighbors. You're pissing in a big long metal bucket among your neighbors. And that coworker from your first job who would flirt with the 16-year-olds even though he was 19. I don't want to be neighbors with this guy. Even the entertainment is mostly local or just corny in the best way. Every year, several tribute bands and one-hit wonders from bygone decades fill the bill at your local county fair. This year, I got to enjoy my visit to the county fair to the sound of a middle-aged woman singing Britney Spears songs while dressed up as Britney in her different eras. And that might sound like a diss, but look at this channel. Look at everything behind me. I live for this shit. It is awesome. The county fair is tacky. It's outdated. It's not perfect in any way, and that's what makes it so special. But this beautiful tackiness alone isn't what drives us to go to the fair every year or so. It's the fact that the county fair is a time capsule of timeless fun for everyone. That sounds super corny, but let me get into it a little bit. The biggest draw of the county fair is that it has something for all ages. For kids, it has everything they need. Kids like screaming, throwing shit, and bright lights. They have a field day running around staring at lights, screaming, and shitting themselves. For teenagers, they have other teenagers. As a teenager, everything is gay and cringe except the opposite sex. Or the same sex if you like Lana Del Rey. For young adults, it's a break from acting like screaming and colorful lights aren't fun. Sure, most of us aren't doing the whole shitting yourselves thing from being a kid, but we still like having fun. Who doesn't like having fun? This applies to every age group. I don't know why I just put it under this section. The fair is time for me to see my friends, indulge in weird food and drinks, and go down a big ass slide. Like, what part of that doesn't sound fun? It actually blows my mind that people don't go to the fair. For older adults, I don't know, they have beer and wine tasting. Also, all of the above, except, wait, no, not all of the above, not the teenagers thing. Just because you're over 40 doesn't mean you can't have fun. Ride the rides, eat the food, get heartburn. It's one night. They also have tribute bands of bands that these older people grew up with. I don't like that pop punk tribute bands are becoming a thing. Like, I love that it is becoming a thing, but tribute bands are supposed to be like an old person thing. They're supposed to be for dad rock bands like Journey. A Blink-182 tribute band makes me feel older than I am. I am 24. I have no interest in sitting down for a concert and drinking an IPA.
I'm finna be in the pit.
Another really important thing for me, at least, is that county fairs are inclusive. Sure, they're more expensive than your average night out, but they are an amusement park that almost everyone can afford to go to and even eat at. They're not hours away and cost hundreds of dollars just to enter. They have something for everyone, and they're affordable. And finally, county fairs are truly beautiful and magical because they're always the same. Yeah, that sounds weird to say, and obviously the fair today is so much bigger with technology that would make old Elkanah cream his nightgown, but the fair today isn't so different than it was 20 years ago, and that's really refreshing. It's a nice constant to have in life. Every year I can visit this place that looks basically the same as when I first came here in high school, even though I don't look the same. Probably for the best. There are no square buildings in minimalism. It's a lively grassroots display of a community trying to do something for everyone to enjoy. County fairs are tacky, yet grungy, and that's perfect. They've looked the same for decades, and that's given them a timeless look synonymous with summer fun. They don't shut down half the park to put in some new shitty, stupid-ass Cape Slop ride. They know that people want the same comfortable park they came to 20 years ago to share with their kids. Parents can share the space that they grew up in with their kids as their kids form new, horribly embarrassing memories at the fair. Look, I'm not against change, but who doesn't love the timeless beauty of a bunch of lights, fried food, dangerous rides, and unfair games that you enjoy with your friends in the warmth of the summer? Chondle that subscribe button for weekly videos about whatever the hell. You can now follow me on Instagram and TikTok. That's newly launched, so check that out. Also check out the newly designed Chon shop where you have all sorts of Chon fun stuff. Feel free to share one of your fun experiences at the county fair in the comments below, unless they move them. I don't know. YouTube likes moving stuff around. And thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you guys next week.